Alright, what's up and welcome to the channel. My name is Hegshot. Thank you so much for joining me today as we are going to look at everything wrong and everything great with Battlefield 2042 beta. If this is your first time stopping by, man, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, join me on all my live streams that I'm doing here, and the music that I'm doing here, and everything that I'm doing here. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get started with everything that's wrong with this, and then we'll go to the good things. All right, so let's start off with the negatives first, and we'll go to the positives. The first thing that came to mind, I just thought it was weird. It's whatever. We know you're going to put a woman in the game. It's set in the future. That makes sense. Totally fine. Why she got to be so old, though, bro? Like, why does she have to be so old? I don't understand it. And, like, when I first started up the game, there was grandmas running around everywhere. Now, I don't know how old this woman, and I'm not trying to portray her age or make her older than what she is, but she looks pretty old. Now, there's some badass older women out there. Don't get me wrong. Carol from The Walking Dead, Tactical Grandma on Facebook. There's some badass women out there. It just seems a little odd to have them running around on this big ass map the way they are. Okay, I listen. I don't care. I'm just saying it's a little weird. Why not put somebody a little younger? When I first started up, I thought it was the Baker's edition of Battlefield 2042. Oh, what's up with all these old ass women on the battlefield, man? Like, come on, bro. Okay, all right. It's just a joke. There was just so many people playing as her. That's all I seen. I feel like when we first started the game. But the other thing that really is irritating is that they made her ability such a garbage ability. She's a healer, okay? And the backstory is like she's looking for a missing son or something like that. Like, it's the most generic character, the most generic approach at a woman character that you could put in a game. You know what I mean? Like, they could have made her have like self-revive. She's got a gun, she can shoot the healing power. Why not do it where she can self-revive from far away? That would be cool. You know, just something different. I hate this. I don't like this character. I don't like the ability they put with her. And I don't like, she kind of feels sluggish. Like her movements feel more sluggish than others. I don't know. It's so weird to me, man. It feels forced. Just like what they're doing in Vanguard. Vanguard is a totally different thing, though. Vanguard is World War II. You don't mess with World War II, dude. You just don't mess with that time period. This is set in the future. Fine. That's great. Make a true badass woman in the game. Please. Come on, man. Whatever. Let's move on to the next one. All of the glitches, dude. I am playing off PS4 Pro, and this game is buggy. Super buggy. I mean, there are so many little things from my very first match. It was circa 1995 with the graphics, dude. I mean, it looked like there were socks on the dude's hand, no definition, nowhere. Yeah, yeah, I know, dude. You're a huge gamer, bro, and that's what I like about you, you know? Super legit. Dude, this is not starting out. What is this, bro? What is this garbage? Damn. We in circa 2005, baby. Look at the detail, dog. Look at the detail, bruh. We had an ugly face moment. Okay, so look. Oh my God. Did y'all see that face, dude? In the very beginning of this game, it was bad, dude. And I'm really not sure. And that's just the graphical part of it. When you get into a serious firefight, granted, it seems like it's better today. I don't know if they've opened up additional servers since now it's the open part of the beta. But, dude, it was terrible, man. When you would get more than just a few players together, it seemed like all the frame rates would drop. It's just horrible. But I'm still noticing lagging issues. Like when I go to deploy my parachute and then I go to open it back up, you know, like you can kind of, do that as you're trying to get to a destination. Dude, I mean, it takes a good second for that input to be executed. So there's like some really weird input issues, just wild types of malfunctions and dysfunctions and lagging and frame rate drops and all this kind of stuff. It's really, really bad. So I'm hoping that now, I guess these other servers have probably been opened up for a lot more people. Maybe things will stabilize. Obviously, this is something they will address. I turned crossplay off, and it seemed to be better though. Okay, so that's something to consider there as well. And all of the options that you have in the menus is insane. So you can actually do some pretty cool things, including a field of view adjustment there if you want to mess around with that. Not my thing though. Another weird glitch, and I've seen this in Call of Duty mainly. I've never seen it in a Battlefield. Of course, this is kind of the first Battlefield beta I think I've played. Not the first Battlefield game I've played, but the first Battlefield beta I've played. But the no gun thing. So when I, like, again, my very first match, even up to my last match, you start out, there's literally no gun in your hand. But you can fire it, you just can't see it, okay? So there's that. And then, of course, if you're a Call of Duty player coming over to Battlefield, man, you're going to be doing some running, especially in that opening. So make sure you put your running boots on because this map is insane, just like most Battlefield maps are. This is Conquest, and there can be really dry moments in this game where you're just running and running and running and running. But once the intensity picks up, once people get funneled into the main areas of the map, which is typically like your B, especially here, B1, B2, you get that underground area right there. You get B1. It gets insane, dude. So there are dry areas, but it really starts to pick up. One thing that really pisses me off about Battlefield is all of the vehicles, all of the different ways you can get killed. There is nothing worse than running around for 5 minutes just to get to your destination, just to get killed out of the air by an attack helicopter. It sucks. So there is some of that. I don't like. It doesn't even seem like there's as many vehicles in the game, I don't think, but there's enough to where it will piss you off from time to time. All right, now let's talk about the good stuff in Battlefield, because I promise there is some good stuff. And my favorite feature of this game is the ability to quickly switch attachments on your gun. I didn't think I was going to use this that much, but then again, this being a bigger, more wide open game, you can really adjust those attachments to your liking. Meaning, if you're in a longer range engagement and you want an optical zoom, if you want that red dot with that zoom on it, obviously you're in a longer engagement, you can do that quickly. If you need something a little bit up close, you're doing some faster stuff, there's enemies right, in this building that you're about to go into, you could switch to your iron sights and something with quicker sight acquisition. It is awesome, dude. The way you can just scroll through there, there's no arrows, no nothing like that. Basically, whenever you pull up that menu, you're hitting your letters, basically. Your square, triangle, circle, X, all of that good stuff to quickly change those things around. Absolutely amazing feature. The environment is dude, the environment's beautiful. Man, Battlefield knows how to do dynamic weather, and they know how to do environments, dude. And somebody from Battlefield, somebody from EA, whoever made this game, whoever made this map, and whoever did this weather, Call of Duty, Activision, those guys need to pay y'all to come on board, because that's how you do weather in a game, dude. There's a rocket that goes off. There's a tornado that comes in. I haven't seen it yet, but the weather and the wind and everything is just intense, dude, in this game. It's so beautiful. Awesome job. And by the end of the match, from beginning to end, the map changes drastically, dude. They do destructible environments. Things that you didn't think could be destructible are destructible in the game. They do this part of the game absolutely perfect. There are actually factions in this game, so unlike Call of Duty, Vanguard, in a World War II environment where they are too woke to put Germans or Axis versus Allies or Japs versus Allies or whatever, they actually have the Russians versus the Americans in this game. Okay, so there are actually factions. That is a cool thing. And speaking of specialists in the game, we talked about the tactical Granny and her self revive and healing type of gun. It's not as great as it sounds. It takes too long, and I couldn't even freaking get the self healing part of it to work, so whatever. Not worth it. Then there's a guy with a sentry gun, there's a guy with a recon drone, whatever. The best specialist in the game has a grappling hook that is very useful. Seems like the guy moves around maybe a little bit quicker too, so that's a good thing. So it's definitely worth going with the specialist that has the grappling hook in the game. It's not something I use a lot, but it is kind of cool, and I like the way that he actually moves better in the map there. The overall gunplay is different. So I started out with your basic AR that you would get in the game. I forget the name of all these things. You have your submachine guns. You have a Chris Vector type of gun. You have shotgun. You have a sniper. You have an LMG. You have a couple of AR options actually, and those guns are awesome in and of themselves. But to me, the best gun in the game is the LMG, man. It gives you such versatility. The iron sights and the way it shoots, if you set it up the right way. I kind of set it up with a middle muzzle brake. I'll put a foregrip on it. Most of the time, I'm leaving the iron sights on it unless I'm at a longer engagement. Again, that's where that quick deploy of your weapon attachments or quickly changing those weapon attachments comes in handy. The ACOG sight that comes for the LMG, I'm not a fan of it. I like the optical zoom sight on your ARs and on the SMG better than the one that actually, and then the ACOG that's on the LMG. But either way, man, the LMG to me is a beast in the game. 100 rounds. I don't know that you get penalized too much for moving around in the game. Your sprint to fire time is nothing like Call of Duty. You are not going to be sprinting and firing your gun really quickly. I tried drop shotting in this game because it's something that I recently started doing in Call of Duty, and it absolutely does not work like Call of Duty. So I found that out really quickly, and I still try to do it, and I still get killed. So anyways, of course, jumping around corners and stuff is something that you can do, or bunny hopping, whatever. But it just doesn't move as quickly as Call of Duty. So if you're moving over from that to this, it is wildly different, but it can be so much fun, man. This game has been a blast to play, really. I know I have to look at it from negatives and positives because that's just how I look at everything. But overall, I think the positives do outweigh the negatives, even if I had more negatives here than positives. I really do enjoy this game. I think there's a ton of potential here, but I think they also have a lot of work to do before November. So there are my opinions. I'd love to hear what yours are down in the comments below. Leave me a comment down there and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.